banks of the mighty Mekong. I always wanted to say that, but you know, looking at the river, it doesn't look all that mighty as such. It looks sort of like a muddy estuary, but here it is nonetheless, the Mekong, the legendary Mekong River, and we are in the Vietnamese town of My Tho.
We are along the causeway of My Tho, which is a popular meeting spot for the townspeople, and they like to come out this time of day, which is about 5:30 p.m. And it's a nice time when the heat of the day starts to lift, the humidity starts to lift, and you get a really nice sort of coolness. And I'm probably going to have a cold beer and just watch the rice barges chug up the Mekong.
The early evening scene in My Tho, right along the banks of the Mekong River. What I like about this river is that it's a working river, as you can see by this big cargo ship that's heading west, and that tells me it's on its way to Cambodia. Here comes a ferry. This is a local small ferry, as you can see. It basically takes people from My Tho over on this side of the riverbank over to the other side of the riverbank. This ferry is sort of coming in here, and it goes right across to here to the ferry terminal you can see there. And there's a bunch of commuters lined up there already, either foot passengers and people on motorcycles. My favorite cafe in town. It's Lac Hong. This was originally, the building was a postal building built by the colonial French. I guess that probably would have been in the 1930s or so. And it's a great place to watch the river traffic from up on the second floor. The wonderful crackly sounds of AM radio. Every 5 p.m. They broadcast this publicly. In the old days, they used to broadcast communist propaganda. These days, however, it's a little bit more, the information is a little bit more pragmatic. Apparently, right now it's announcing lottery winners. As with many towns in Vietnam, the architecture here is really quite attractive. This is an office building for the government. It's apparently a sort of foreign affairs related office building. Pretty classy. And here's the general hotel area. Very pleasant scene and ambience overall, I'd say. Of course, we're in the middle of a fruit-producing region, and you can see all these wonderful exotic fruits and vegetables at the market. We are at the My Tho market, and we're doing the transaction by motorcycle, of course. Evening rush hour. Not a lot of cars. About 80–90% motorbikes. And the occasional bicycle. My Tho's biggest restaurant, or one of its biggest restaurants. Here's the name, Out 283. And there's my 333. Well, if it's not My Tho's biggest restaurant, it's probably his noisiest. The first dish has arrived, a kind of cockles with coconut sauce. Looks pretty good. It's fresh off the charcoal grill. Clams. rice with chopped nuts and onion, green onion. It's night, we're on our bike, and we're at that round intersection with a weird sort of modern sculpture at the center. Oh yeah.